Well, all right. Welcome back to the Top 5 podcast, the podcast in which my co-host and I pontificate over the top 5 whatever the topic is. And yeah, so I'm your host, Kris McPeak, and I'm here today with my co-host, Annie Pruitt. How are you, Annie Pruitt?
Hello, Kris McPeak. I'm doing quite well.
It's a happy Sunday. I don't know if it's very hot where you are. It's starting to cool down where we are, thank God. But I know it's just going to get hot again. So
yeah,
that is the thing. And we're back talking about music.
Yeah.
And we have a fun series that is yielding some incredibly cool playlists. So Annie, tell us the name of the series.
So we've been doing our Billboard top 5s from a variety of different years, with each having a different kind of theme. So the one that we're going to do today is our top 5 songs in the Billboard Top 100 list from the turn of the century, 1999.
Yes. So when you think of Prince and you were going to party like it's 1999, well, we're doing that. We're talking about our favorite songs from the Billboard Top 100 of 1999. So to be clear, if the song on the list, that to qualify to be on this top 5 list, the song must have been featured in the official Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles of 1999. And I'll tell you, what's interesting about this year?
What's interesting about this year?
What's interesting about this year is that I'm seeing country having quite a presence, I guess, to be fair. I mean, country has had a presence before, but in 1999 in particular, a pretty big presence. And even some fun duets featuring country and pop bands in a way that, we don't see all the time. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah. And I noticed that too. I noticed it actually starting in more 96 with Shania and Faith kind of breaking through. But then you start seeing Kenny Chesney show up, and it was like, wow, that really did. Things started changing quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. So yeah, 1999 was a fun year, and there's all kinds of neat things on the Hot 100. So who's going to go first?
So I'm going to let you go first because I was on my butt and I did this last minute. So I want to.
Okay. So my number 5 is a boy band song, and it topped out at number 15 for 1999. And that's I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. And I'll tell you, I liked the song then. I love the song now. And it was popular at karaoke when I was a karaoke host as well. And I used to add different lyrics, not that I would sing, but I would sing along with the boys. And I would sing I Want It Sideways. But regardless, like when that song comes on in the car, I have my own little car dance that matches it. And there's no real rhythm to it, but there's shoulder moving and whatnot. But I don't know. This is a fun ballady song with lovely harmony. And I don't know. I just love it. I find it to be fun, car dancey, and sing super loud at the top of your lungs when you're playing in the car.
It is this thing at the top. I'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay. Well, lovely. That is my number 5.
Yeah. All right. My number 5 is going to be Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. Pretty much a one-hit wonder for that band. It did anything else. And you can't not hear that song and see Rachel Lee Cook coming down the stairs from the movie She's All That.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great little high school romance movie. Guy makes a bet with his football buddies that he can turn anyone into the prom queen. So you got Freddie Prinze Jr., super cutie, and Rachel Lee Cook being the nerd artist who he, inevitably creates, this beautiful woman. Oh, I didn't know you were beautiful. You weren't pretty before I got my hands on you.
Oh, that's a spin-off of, oh my God, what's the Shakespeare play that then became My Fair Lady?
Oh, you would put me on the spot and give me a Shakespeare quiz question.
Well, I know, but I can hear it in my head, but I can't.
Yeah, I know it. I just can't. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, the song is super cute. It's sweet. It's got this nice. It's just a charming, fun, sweet song. And when it comes on the radio, I always sing along. I can't not. I'm not going to say it's on any of my playlists right now, but I do love the song. And I'm gonna be honest, 1999 was a tough year for me to come up with
Right.
It was not my favorite year for music, at least not Billboard, not what have been.
Yeah.
But that
I'm
was
sorry, it wasn't a Shakespeare play. It was a George Bernard Shaw, and it was Pygmalion.
Okay, thank you.
I feel better now. So Lee Nash, I think, was the lead singer for Sixpence None the Richer, and she went out on a solo thing, and I happened to see her play in Nashville solo at Third and Lindsley. It was quite fun. And you're right, like that is a happy, fun, ethereal song. Her voice is kind of, I don't want to say girly, but it's kind of, what?
She's charming to me.
Yes. And yeah, good call. That's a fun one.
Okay.
Number four to me. Okay. So let me find what year this one came out. This one I discovered in a movie soundtrack, and the movie is called Go, and the band is Len, and the song is Steal My Sunshine. And this is another, like, you're driving in the car and this one comes on and you're kind of bopping around. And I like the version where there's a little extra in the song that I think is text from the movie. But I like that it's a girl and a guy, and they what are they? They call, not shadow each other, but it's like it's a call and a response type of song.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the way that it begins with that little, I don't know what kind of drum it is. It's not a drum. It's almost like you're hitting not a cowbell either, but a block, like a wood block. And I only saw this movie once, Go. I only saw it once. I remember it being one of those really fascinating early millennial type of 90s indie films. And Sarah Pollard is the lead. And then Timothy Olyphant, and nobody knew who he was. He was this real sleazy drug dealer. But that song's just fun. I know.
Yeah.
It's up to me. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I could do that all day. Fun song. Totally fun song.
I would definitely, that was definitely indie. I enjoyed that film. I haven't seen it since it came out, so.
Yeah, I think it's one of those I should probably watch again and remember if I like it or not.
Yeah. 2 one-hit wonders so far.
Yeah.
But not a one-hit wonder. I think it's like, even my kids knew this song before when they were very, very young, that is All Star by Smash Mouth. When you sing along to the song, you can't not put the L to your forehead. It must be done. I'm trying to remember. Hang on. If it was on a soundtrack, wasn't it on a soundtrack?
Oh my God. William H. Macy, and it's like a superhero movie, but it was a bunch of super losers.
In fact.
Oh, was it Shrek? Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm thinking of another Smash Mouth song that was.
Yes. So when it comes on the radio, everybody sings along. Everybody puts the L to their forehead. It's super cute. And I love Shrek. I actually really like Smash Mouth. I like a lot of their stuff. But the only thing is they played it they overplayed it on the radio so bad. Yeah. So loved it. And then I hated it for about a decade. My kids started watching Shrek over again. I was like, oh, I remember this. This is a fun song. I like this. So, and now I love it again. It's funny, things have a way of happening that way.
Mystery Men. That's the name of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they were on Adam Carolla's podcast. Not all of them, but just a couple. That lineup has apparently revolved a bit here and there. But yeah, good stuff. I like that song too.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. It got there. Actually there's a ton of songs on this list that are on the Hot 100 that, got tired after a while because of radio overplay.
Yes.
And some that I hate to this day for that very reason. No scrubs. Okay, up to me now. I'm
Yes.
three. I did not like this song back in the day when it came out because I wasn't a huge Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, but I have since come to really like Scar Tissue from the album Californication. And I had to think about it for a while. And I was like, this is probably one of the great rock albums of modern day times. And I always thought it was a shame that Stadium Arcadium gets nominated for Album of the Year, but the Californication did not. And Scar Tissue it's not my favorite song from that album, but it does seem to be the only one that topped the Hot 100 for that year. So I'm putting that in as number 3. I really do like the Chili Peppers and Anthony Kiedis in particular. And, these guys are an LA band. I love that about them. Flea is like, he is a monster and a bit of a conundrum because, he's
very
so
colorful.
intense and he's kind of a weirdo, but like he is a philanthropist and a lot of, community engagement. He does the Malibu Triathlon every year. He does the LA Marathon every year. It's like, how can you not love this guy? But so, yeah, I'm going with my number 3 is going to be Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers from the fan-fucking-tastic Californication album.
Right. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Cool. It's not on my list. So I like it when we don't have overlap.
I do too.
All right. My number 3 from 1999 is a cover song.
Ooh.
And that's The Last Kiss by Pruitt.
Oh.
I thought they freaking nailed it. Now let me look it up again.
I'm not familiar with this song.
Have you not heard it?
It's possible that I have, and I just kind of blocked it out.
List.
And
Yes, I am.
It's a cover.
It's a cover song, yeah. Let me look it up a few seconds. So when I heard it on the radio for the first time, I'm like, well, I loved Pearl Jam, and I hadn't heard from them for a while.
Up there.
It came in at number 23.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally recorded by Dadgummit to Betsy.
Wayne Cochran,
yeah, and was 1961.
Wow.
And then they did another cover on the B side. So it was just a single release, but it was so good. I don't know how else to say it. It's such a great song that, the premise of the song is guy crashes this car and his girlfriend dies. So it sometimes it really makes me cry like a baby when I listen to it because it's that sad song, and Eddie Vedder's voice just like blows me away. So that's one that I loved when I came out. And to this day, it's still on my playlist. I love it. Last Kiss. It is so. You have to check.
I'm gonna have to. Well, when I make the playlist, I'll listen to it. Wikipedia is referring to it as a teenage tragedy song.
Yes, and you will love singing. It's a great song to sing along to.
Is it a ballad or is it more upbeat?
No. It's totally slow. I wouldn't classify it as a ballad, but it's slower. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Very
definitely not upbeat.
Okay. I should have not said upbeat, but
yeah,
slow song. Cool. Excited to hear that. I like Pearl Jam too. Pearl Jam's one of those bands I was not into them when they were really big, the early days of grunge, et cetera, et cetera. But then like they pop up like on TV show soundtracks. There's a handful of Pearl Jam stuff in Pump It Up, the story about Uber, and a few Pearl Jam songs in Billions. And so when those things happen and you hear a song in a background of a television show and you're like, oh, I got to find out. And I've made playlists from these shows that, introduce me to songs and in some cases artists that I've never heard of before. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that's number 2 to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a little thing about 1999 and the Grammys that happened in 2000. That year was, as far as I know, the first and only year that every single Album of the Year nominee was by a female artist or a female-led artist. So you had Lauryn Hill. You had Lauryn Hill. You had the Dixie Chicks. you had Garbage, you had Madonna, and then Shania Twain. And I think that the majority of, and the Grammys go on a weird calendar. So to be eligible for a Grammy Award in a specific year, it's more like, I think it runs from October. So in this case, it would have been October 1998 through September 1999. I think that was how they were calculating it. So like there's no songs from Madonna's Ray of Light on this. Neither is there anything from the Dixie Chicks, which I wouldn't completely expect that there would be. And I don't see any Garbage on here either, but I do see a lot of Shania Twain. And so when I think about that album, Come On Over, and I think, well, my favorite Shania Twain song is Don't Be Stupid, which is on that album, but that did not make the Billboard Hot 100. So I'm going with That Don't Impress Me Much, featuring the very cute video where she's wearing the leopard print thing with the hood and she's out in the desert with a suitcase. And I just, this song makes me giggle. Okay, so you're rocket science, and okay, so you're Brad Pitt, and okay, so you got a car. But it's just fun. It's just fun, and it's fun to sing to, and it seems like it could be a really fun song to parody one day, like at a scholarship event that I'm known to do from time to time. And was it the highest charting of her songs from that year? I believe yes. And, a few ballads from that album too, but was she she was not the highest country artist to chart that year, or was she? I think she was. Anyway, I like Shania. I like her story. I like that she has just put herself out there in a way that doesn't, she cares, but she doesn't care. And she made country music very widestream. Oh, here's a Lauryn Hill song at number 41 on this. Yeah, she really helped elevate country music as mainstream music and crossover. So I'm going to just say this, and probably there'll be some haters out here, but Taylor Swift would not have the career that she has if it weren't for Shania Twain. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
I feel like she was the first crossover country artist really to have a large presence on.
I agree.
With a country song. So yeah, that entire album, I like every song. It's funny that the songs, the release dates on them go from September 97 to July of 2000. That's how long that album.
Wow.
Top of the charts. Oh, just overall that particular album. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too. Hold on, let me get my dogs. I might have to kill a dog today. Or two.
Wait, you're not killing a dog.
I won't kill him.
Might punish dog.
Okay. So that was your number 2. All right. So my number 2 would be, they're not a one-hit wonder. I would say they're a 2-hit wonder band, because there are 2 songs off this album that I thought were just absolutely super fun, and then I never heard from them again. And that would be Out of My Head by Fastball. I love
Fastball?
Fastball. Yes. So they did Out of My Head, and then the other song is The Way. Those were the 2 songs on that album that were super crazy good. And then you never heard from them again. So the funny thing was, when the song came out, when he starts singing this song, my friend and I used to think that if it should be sung in the voice of Kermit the Frog. So now I can't not listen to that song and hear Kermit's voice singing it. But it's a great song, and I really wish that we'd heard more from the album or from that band, Fastball. But as it is, they gave us 2 really awesome songs. So Out of My Head, that is my number 2. And if you don't, check it out.
Yeah. Well, they're an Austin-based band. So I love that idea. They're still making records. It looks like they released their 8th album in 2022.
Yeah.
You're giving me all kinds of new fun things that I have not previously explored that I need to explore.
Fun thing.
Okay. Honorable mention to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go with Lesson in Leavin' by Jody Messina. This did not chart as high as any of Shania's stuff. This came in at number 93. And I think this is a cover too. I'm not sure, that she originated this song, but I never sang it in karaoke until it was requested that I sang. And at that point in my karaoke career, I was not a Jody Messina singer. That was our cousin Karen would sing all the Jody Messina songs, but I really got to enjoy her. Yeah, released a cover of West original. Dottie West was the first to record this song. So yeah, so it's kind of a breakup song kind of thing. And yeah, I happened to see that it charted this year and I thought, oh, I like that song. And I like Jody Messina. She's one of my faves. So no rhyme or reason why it's on there, just that it's a song that I enjoy and I like singing. And yeah, it makes me happy that there were some cool country folks on the charts this year.
Well, sure. Okay. So I like that.
Thanks.
I don't know that song, so now I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. Now, my honorable mention is the one that was your number 5, and that is the Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Nice.
And it's my honorable mention because I hated it in 1999. That most overplayed song on the radio and back when they remember music videos? Remember?
Yeah.
When they overplayed them so badly. It was horrible. But for some reason, in the last 3 years, I have students and friends over quite often. My husband and I like to entertain a lot, and we like to play a game we call Alexa, and everybody gets to tell her what to play.
Oh yeah, like church, what we call church.
Exactly. For some reason, that song always gets played, and now it's to the point where we all sing it very, very, very loudly. And it is, is it tongue in cheek? Probably a little bit, but it brings me joy. And yes, and it made it onto my playlist after all of these 20 years later. It made it onto my massive playlist of stuff that I just, put on shuffle. It's just fun. And when people are having some adult beverages, it's even more fun. So that's why it's my honorable mention. I Want It That Way.
That's awesome.
It makes me smile.
I fucking love that song. It makes me smile too. That's gonna be our exit music for this podcast.
Okay, good.
I'll probably get in trouble, but that's okay. It's all in parody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't even believe I'm about to say this. My number 1, holy hell, I'm going with Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. And I'll tell you why. Several reasons. So, first of all, when Britney and Christina Aguilera kind of came out at the same time, and there was the whole okay, you're either Britney or Christina. And I was like, none of them, because Madonna's still relevant and I'm with Madonna. So I did not, and I was at Webster University in 1999, and I had a staff member that was the most hardcore Britney, Sheryl Crow, and Faith Hill fan. And you could not say anything bad about any of these women, or she would, you'd go on her shit list. Then picked videos and Instagram reels started utilizing Baby One More Time. And so now it's showing up in all of this social media and little clips that kind of stick in your head, and people doing, what TikTok started at. It was all these dancing videos and shuffle tutorials and this, that, and the other thing. So now Baby One More Time is popping up in all the social media. But then the big kahuna of it all is that Jack Black and Tenacious D decide to cover this song, and it's fucking awesome. So I'm like, you know what? I really like this song. And it's nostalgic in the sense that it reminds me of my days in housing. It reminds me of how long it took me to figure out that, and in Britney's story too, I got to the whole oh my gosh, she's just crazy. She's a nut job. But then to hear all of the crap that woman went through with her family and her father and her money and all this. I mean, fame has consequences for sure, but she's still a relevant artist, and I respect her for that. But you're not anybody until Jack Black covers your music. So nonetheless, that I'm going with my number 1 from 1999 is Baby One More Time, originally made famous by Britney Spears.
Okay. I can respect that because that's one of my guilty pleasures, and it's also on my forever playlist. It shows up in the shuffle every now and again.
Oh yeah.
The reason I have it on my playlist is I was driving with the kids one day in the car. It came on the radio, and they start singing it at the top of their lungs, and it became one of my favorite driving moments with my kids. And that on a playlist. So when it comes on, everybody in the car sings along very, very loudly. That and "Oops, I Did It Again." Like you just got it. So is it good music? Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Fun that you have that's associated with it. So yep. And then when Glee was good, and they did the Britney Spears episode, and Rachel Berry does the "Baby One More Time." It was so funny. Her trying to be sexy. It was just kind of sad.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, I think if you listen to the danceable songs from that album, they kind of all. I mean, someone could do an incredible mashup of those because they all sound the same until they don't. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. I would confuse "Baby One More Time" with "Oops, I Did It Again" with "Crazy" with another one. Like they all just kind of roll together, but nonetheless.
Okay, so my number one.
Yes.
Let's see if I can pull up what number it was that year. Drum roll, please. Okay. Oops, not that one. So it came in at number 49, and that would be "Back to Good" by Matchbox 20.
Oh, really?
I love this song. And when it builds and it builds and it builds. And then when he belts the one like part of the song, I'm singing as loud as I possibly can. I loved it when it came out. I freaking love Matchbox 20. I think they're fantastic. There's not a song that they've recorded that I don't like. I don't know what to say about it, but that song and the video, like, I think is also a very well done music video. I think Rob Thomas is hot as fuck.
He is.
I don't know what to say about that, but that's actually my favorite Matchbox 20 song. And so glad that I got to talk about it here as it topped in 1999 at number 49. But yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's been on my Annie playlist for the last 15 years. I love running to it. I love walking to it. I love working out to it. I love listening to it when I'm cleaning, driving, etc.
That is very cool. I need to do a Matchbox 20 retrospect, I think. And I think it's because there's a handful of these male, like, pop alternative bands from the late 90s, early 2000s that I kind of clump all in one place, which is probably not very fair to them. And even as you're saying this, I'm seeing that, the song I hate the most in the history of my life, like my blood is boiling just looking at the word slide, Goo Goo Dolls. But I had, Matchbox 20, the Goo Goo Dolls, Toad the Wet Sprocket. There's a handful of others, but to me, if you named a song, I'd be like, give me 2 seconds to figure out which band it is, and I'll probably get it wrong on the first try. So yeah, I can hear a Matchbox 20 song on the radio. I think I can recognize it, but I can't tell you the name of the song. So I need to do me a Matchbox 20 retrospective, I think.
I think you do, and you can start with that song.
I will start with that song from 1999, charting in at, I'm still looking at the fucking Goo Goo Dolls. Ugh, spit it out. Okay, let's have a recap, shall we? You go first on recapping.
Honorable mention, I Want It That Way. And then from 5 to 1, Kiss Me, Sixpence None the Richer, All-Star Smash Mouth, Last Kiss by Pearl Jam, Out of My Head by Fastball, and rolling in at number 1 is Back to Good by Matchbox 20.
Cool. And 3 of those songs I am absolutely not familiar with at all, so that's fun. My honorable mention was Lesson in Leaving from Jody Messina, and then I Want It That Way, Backstreet Boys, Steal My Sunshine by Len, Scar Tissue, Chili Peppers, That Don't Impress Me Much by Shania Twain, and ... Baby One More Time, Britney Spears from the Baby One More Time album that came in at number 5 for 1999.
That's a fun playlist.
And I'm just relieved that neither one of us was dumb enough to put Cher's Believe on our list.
Oh, hell no.
That song is the bane of my existence.
Yes. That's just not happening.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's another Billboard Hot 100 in the books. And we have a couple more themes we're going to roll through before this series is over. But if you have an idea, you know where to find us. I'll put the email in the show notes. Until then, she's Annie Pruitt. I'm Kris McPeak, and you have been listening to another fan-freaking-tastic episode of the Top 5 Podcast. See you later.